I use mid-semester evaluations, and I'm religious about it in every class I teach, no matter the size of the class. So I use them in my 5-person graduate seminar, my 100-person undergraduate lecture, and I have a very open-ended, simple process. Halfway through the course, or not necessarily halfway, but at some point during the course, I ask the students 2 questions: what's going well, what needs to be improved, and I hand it out in class. And I do think this is worth using class time to do that, let the students have time to fill that out. And I take those forms, and if it's a large class where I have the TAs read them with me. We look at them, we look at the themes, and in the very next class, or as soon as possible, I will feed back to the students what was in those evaluations and how I respond to them. Are there things that I can change? If I can, I will change them. If there are things that I cannot change or I don't think I should change, I will also explain why I'm not changing it and why, even if there's some dissatisfaction with that, why I nevertheless think it's important not to change that aspect of the class. And then one thing that I've started doing recently is doing it more than once, especially in my large class. And the second time I do it, I do a slight variation. So what I do is I ask the same questions, well, slightly differently. So the question I ask is, have you seen improvements since the last time I asked you? And then the other question is, if there are improvements that still need to be made, what can students do and what can the professor do? And that's very eye-opening, because there are often times that some of the problems in the class are based on student behavior. And for them to say it, and for me to, and I do the same thing, I give the feedback to the whole class, and for them to see, this is what you said students should do, that changes the dynamic quite a bit.